All right, hi guys. You might have seen me before. My name's Nella Talfa, and I'm a theology student, and I'm actually doing my prac here with these two, with Andrew and Grant. And yeah.
Oh, hey, my name's Eddie. I'm also studying at Avondale. I'm studying to become a secondary teacher, and I'm like my ethnicity is Fijian, but I grew up in Sydney.
Hi, I'm also studying at Avondale. My name is Murphy. I'm doing theology and ministry, and my background is I'm Torres Strait, PNG, and South Sea.
Just go to the next question.
Our first question was, what was our role? Hey? What was our role? And mine was to be a forward. So that was my position on our nines team, and that's just basically to be like the ball runner and just go up the middle and just get tackled, and then to also try to be in all the tackles as well defensively.
My role in the team, it's the same as Nella. I was also a forward, and basically all that is like you have to run. You're working in the middle, and you have to just run, tackle, do all the hard work. So hopefully the backs can make the line break and score the try.
I'm a back, so my role was fullback. So basically, all I did was when the boys would put the hard work in, I just come in and shine.
Our next question was, at what point did we fulfill our purpose in our role? And I was thinking, sorry. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking of like one of the first tackles that I made, and it was in the first game. And I remembered right before the game, Grant came up to me and he was like, "We need to set the tone on that first tackle." And then my nerves just went crazy. And then we had kicked off to them. Something had happened. I think they scored 2 tries, and then we kicked off to them. And so we kick off, and we're running to go defend. They catch the ball, and they pass it to this massive big guy. And I'm running up, and I look up, and he's running straight directly at me. And I was so scared. And I was like, but this is the exact moment that Grant was telling me about. And then so it was like in slow motion. And then he started running at me, and I was like, this is my moment. This is my moment. And then I went, tackled him, boom. And then he dropped the ball. And then what that made me realize was just that I wasn't there for myself, I was there for my team. And every single tackle, we were there to put our body on the line for my teammates, to support my teammates, because they were going to do the exact same thing. So that's what my purpose was.
I guess to just be different from Nella, even though we both played the same position. We did go down to Canberra to go and play, but we also went to go represent Avondale University. And we also went to go represent God. And with that, as you guys saw in the photo, we went and we prayed with every team that we played with. And I think it was just to spread the word and evangelize to players that may not have heard of God, or just even to just pray over the other team was just a powerful experience for us.
I guess I was a fullback, so I was at the back, but I wasn't. And I guess for me, I understood that I fulfilled my role, knowing that when it comes to being a leader, there's different types of leaders. There's people who can lead from the front, who can lead right beside you and at the back. And I realized I fulfilled my purposes when we were on the field and off the field, being able to encourage the boys in, saying that footy's not that bad. And I guess for me, growing up, loving this sport, it was such an honor to pass it on to my fellow teammate and boys.
Last question. And then our last question was, he just asked us to share a gold moment. And my gold moment, it almost goes to the bad part of my story. So when I tackled that guy, after we finished the entire comp, we versed them a second time. And then we ended up losing to them. But we were talking, he came up and talked to me, and he was just like the nicest guy, like the sweetest guy. And he was basically told me that after I hit him, he ended up going to the hospital. You parents don't get scared. It's still a good game. But he ended up going, he got a concussion. And it wasn't too bad, so he ended up being able to come back and play the last game. But he was talking to me, and he was like, even though I put this like big shot on him, and he went to hospital, he was literally the nicest person, and he was like, bro, that hit that you did on me was so good. And I was like, oh, bro, thanks. And then I kept talking with him, and then he was asking me what I studied, and I told him that I was studying to be a pastor. And he was like, oh, bro, I actually just found Jesus. And my girlfriend actually just got me into the Bible, and we started doing like weekly Bible studies. And he said that he was like a science major. I think he was becoming a teacher, and he was like a science major. And he was like, I've never been into any of that stuff because like I really love science and like evolution and stuff like that. And he was like, but yeah, recently I just started getting into it, and all of it makes sense, and I love it, and yeah, I've been getting into it. And for me, that was just such a God moment, even to think like something that started from me tackling him, we turned into a conversation where he told me how he had found God. And so it shows how we can find God through anything. And a game like that, just even though it's a physical game, after the game, everyone's always friends and everyone's always happy.
Yeah, I guess just to add on to Nella's point, like rugby is a pretty physical game, and like obviously it's really like aggressive, and there's injuries, and sometimes there's not injuries. But I think even after the games, we became like really good, we became really good mates with some of the other team members. Like we would do tunnels for them, and like we'd clap around them, like we get around like all the teams, and like I guess it was just like leaving an impact on the other teams as well, just how much that we cared and loved these other teams. That I think they poured into us as well, because then they would do the same thing for us. And even just praying over the teams as well was just such a like strong God moment as well. Just to like pray with teams that like I guess we're a bit scared that maybe they're not Christian, or maybe they haven't even heard of God before. So it was just something like out of the box, I guess, to do with the other teams.
For me, a God moment was actually our first game when Avondale came. The Avondale students actually, they came to support us, and there was a whole heap of them. And I remember us boys running onto the field, and they were just cheering us on. They were doing our little chant, and Nella said he'll do the chant after I talk. And so basically, I guess for me, I was on the field, like I was ready, but I wasn't ready. Like I was awake, but I was kind of tired. And after they did the chant, it got me, I don't know, how do I say it? It got me like G'd up. It got me ready. And I guess the message in that is community and the people around you does matter. It matters a lot. Whether they're going to pick you up or, they're usually going to continue to walk in that same road. And so that was a big God moment for me. And I'll pass it back to Nella.
Thank you, guys.